In a remote village, nestled within the misty valleys of the northern kingdoms, there lived a reclusive wizard named Alaric. He dwelled in a towering stone tower that seemed to pierce the very clouds themselves. Legends whispered of his immense power and his solitary existence, shrouded in mystery. One moonless night, as the howling wind carried echoes of distant thunder, a shadow crept across the land. It was the dreaded dragon, known as Ignatius the Inferno, feared by all who knew of its existence. Its scales gleamed like molten gold, and its fiery breath scorched the earth beneath its colossal claws. As the dragon descended upon the village, terror gripped the hearts of its inhabitants. Homes were reduced to smoldering ruins, and the air was thick with the acrid stench of smoke and despair. Desperate cries for help echoed through the night, but none dared to challenge the beast. In the midst of the chaos, Alaric emerged from his tower, his eyes ablaze with determination. He had long sought a worthy adversary to test his magical prowess, and now fate had delivered one to his doorstep. With a flick of his wrist and a whispered incantation, he conjured a barrier of shimmering energy to shield the village from the dragon's wrath. Ignatius roared in defiance, unleashing torrents of flame that crashed against the magical barrier like waves upon a rocky shore. But Alaric stood firm, his hands weaving intricate patterns in the air as he channeled the ancient energies of the cosmos. For days and nights, the battle raged on, each combatant refusing to yield to the other. The sky became a swirling maelstrom of fire and magic, casting an eerie glow upon the land below. Villagers watched in awe and fear as the fate of their home hung in the balance. At last, with a final surge of power, Alaric unleashed a mighty spell that sent a cascade of brilliant light cascading down from the heavens. The dragon's roar echoed one last time before its form dissolved into a shimmering mist, dispersing into the night. With the threat vanquished, Alaric returned to his tower, his weary gaze fixed upon the horizon. Though the dragon had been defeated, its haunting presence lingered in the memories of those who had witnessed the epic struggle between wizard and beast. And as the stars twinkled overhead, a new legend was born, whispered in hushed tones throughout the ages. As the days passed, life in the village began to return to normalcy. The charred remains of buildings were rebuilt, and the scars left by the dragon's rampage slowly faded from memory. Yet, despite the semblance of peace, an air of unease lingered in the hearts of the villagers. Alaric, too, found no solace in the aftermath of the battle. Though he had emerged victorious, the encounter had left him haunted by visions of flames and the echoing roars of the dragon. He retreated deeper into his tower, delving into ancient tomes in search of knowledge to banish the specters that haunted his dreams. With the darkness vanquished and balance restored, Alaric returned to his tower, weary but victorious. The villagers welcomed him as a hero, their gratitude echoing through the streets like a chorus of joyous bells. Yet, despite the adulation, Alaric remained humble, knowing that true heroism lay not in the glory of battle, but in the quiet moments of determination and sacrifice. As time passed, Alaric resumed his studies, delving even deeper into the mysteries of magic and the secrets of the universe. He shared his knowledge freely with those who sought wisdom, guiding aspiring wizards and scholars along their own paths of discovery. But even as he dedicated himself to the pursuit of knowledge, Alaric could not shake the memory of the dragon and the darkness that had threatened to consume the world. He knew that the forces of chaos and destruction were ever present, lurking in the shadows, waiting for their moment to strike. And so, Alaric remained vigilant, ever watchful for signs of danger on the horizon. He forged alliances with other wizards and wise beings, forming a network of guardians to safeguard the world from threats both known and unknown. Years turned into decades, and the legend of Alaric the Wizard grew, spreading far beyond the borders of the northern kingdoms. Tales of his bravery and wisdom reached the ears of kings and queens, who sought his counsel in times of trouble. But amidst the accolades and honors, Alaric remained a humble servant of the greater good, his gaze fixed firmly on the horizon, where new challenges awaited. For he knew that the battle between light and darkness was eternal, and that as long as there were heroes willing to stand against the forces of evil, hope would never fade from the world. Courage and wisdom, his deeds celebrated in ballads sung by bards across the land. Yet, true to his nature, he remained a solitary figure, preferring the quiet solitude of his tower to the bustling halls of kings and nobles. But even in his solitude, Alaric found solace in the knowledge that he had played a part, however small, in shaping the destiny of the world. And as he gazed out from the heights of his tower, watching the sun set on another day, he felt a sense of peace settle over him like a warm blanket. For though the battles had been hard fought and the challenges great, Alaric knew that he had not fought alone. From the humble villagers who had offered him shelter to the brave companions who had stood by his side in the darkest of hours, he had drawn strength from the bonds of friendship and the power of unity. And so, as the stars twinkled overhead and the world slumbered beneath a blanket of night, Alaric the Wizard closed his eyes, knowing that wherever there was darkness, there would always be light to guide the way. And in that moment, he whispered a silent vow to continue his quest, to stand as a beacon of hope in a world beset by shadows. And thus, the legend of Alaric the Wizard lived on, a testament to the enduring power of courage, wisdom, and the indomitable human spirit. And though his adventures may have come to an end, his legacy would echo through the ages, inspiring countless generations to come.